Welcome back to the channel again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for coming over now. Just like a lot of you, I am confused as well. What's not sitting right with me is where are the other people that were in that van? Like how Angie Stone was the only one that passed away. No one has anyone spoken out. I haven't heard anything. This video here, I don't get this title, but I'm going to check it out. It says, Angie Stone, last warning about D'Angelo and Mary J. Blige. I can't say what else it says there, but saying they, her. I don't know why it's saying that. So I'm going to check this out. Just trying to be careful with my words here, you know, allegedly. But that's where I'm confused at. Is there any, if you guys can send me a video or something, a link to where are the other people at that was in that van? We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
As I was coming through all of this, I soon found out that one of the biggest companies that I was with, Universal Music, it's the second part of the ugly truth. We began to research things to check on my royalties and my statements and things that of that nature, only to find out a lot of my publishing, a lot of my royalties, my mechanicals, they have all pretty much been stolen.
Child, what are the odds that just after Angie Stone started exposing Universal Music Group for stealing from her for decades, she gets into a road accident. And she's the only one who dies in the accident that included like 8 other people. And right after she said that she was going to do whatever was necessary to ensure that they paid her for her life's work, for her children and for her grandchildren,
One way or the other, Universal Music, you're going to have to give up my coins. And so what I'm doing now is whatever is necessary to make sure they pay me for the legacy of my life, for my children and my grandchildren. They're going to have to give me my money.
And when I tell y'all that this whole issue of Angie passing has just been super sus, baby, I mean exactly that. Like in the last couple of months, other than exposing UMG, she has been doing a lot of exposing of the music industry. For instance, not so long ago, Angie was also exposing how D'Angelo and Mary J. Blige were used to sabotage her career.
It was told to me that they were single-handedly put in charge of sending out letters everywhere to make people think that I was the cause of him being exposed to alcohol, to everything that could have gone wrong. And we need you to mail this out. And that person knew that it was all fabricated.
Allegedly, all these things she has been saying may have been related and may have pretty much led to her death. Also, why was Albie Shore transcribing text messages between him and Angie Stone from a few days ago where she revealed very personal information? Baby, a lot has been going on, so let's just get right to business. Okay, just for a bit of background, because we are not about to ignore Angie's legacy or her contribution to the entertainment industry. Angie was born into a very musical family, with her mother singing around the house and her father singing gospel and blues at spots around town. And as an only child, she looked up to her dad, and he was very influential in what she wanted to do. Eventually, Angie helped form The Sequence, the first all-female group on the hip-hop trailblazing imprint Sugar Hill Records, becoming one of the first female groups to record a rap song. She later joined the trio Vertical Hold before launching her solo career. Of course, we know that she created hits like No More Rain in This Cloud, which reached #1 #1 for 10 weeks on Billboard's adult R&B airplay chart, Baby with legendary soul singer Betty Wright, another #1 hit, and Wish I Didn't Miss You, and Brother. Her 2001 album Mahogany Soul also reached #22 on the Billboard 200, while 2007's The Art of Love and War peaked at #11. In addition to singing, Angie went on to showcase her acting chops with film roles in The Hot Chick, starring Rob Schneider, The Fighting Temptations, which starred Cuba Gooding Jr. and Beyonce, and Ride Along, starring Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. She also hit the Broadway stage as Big Mama Morton in Chicago, and she showcased her vulnerability on the reality TV shows Celebrity Fit Club and R&B Divas Atlanta. Basically, we can say that Angie was one of the GOATs, and really one of the people who shaped the music industry. But unfortunately, just like several of her peers, the moment she started asking questions about her money, she died. You see, the thing with Angie is that she never knew that Universal Music Group was stealing from her for decades, and when she found out, she went on a mission to expose them. Angie's connection to the Universal Music Group stems from her role as a songwriter for MCA, which she began in 1990. MCA Inc., the parent company of MCA Records that was rebranded as Universal Studios Inc. in 1996, with its music division becoming Universal Music Group. She was signed to MCA Universal as a songwriter and formed the R&B trio Vertical Hold under their umbrella. But in a candid video posted on January 2nd, Angie detailed the alleged misappropriation of her earnings over a career spanning more than 4 decades. At the beginning of the video, she talked about how she was battling a severe blood infection that forced her to pause her touring schedule and seek immediate medical attention. And during her 2-week recovery under intensive care, Angie said she discovered the concerning irregularities in her financial records. Then, about 15 minutes into the clip, she basically said that a lot of her publishing, her royalties, and her mechanicals have all pretty much been stolen by UMG. Angie said that after being in the business for 40-something years,
So, I had seen, because the other video I did talking about everything that's going on, it was a comment that stuck out to me. And it was dark. But someone said, what if she was placed in that vehicle? Like, I want to see footage. I guess I want to see footage of her getting in the vehicle. You know? Because that I just want to see her getting in the vehicle. Did she walk in there herself? Is there any footage of that? Because someone said, what if she was gone before the accident? Allegedly. And that stuck with me, man. Again, you guys can think what y'all want to think, believe what y'all want to believe. But man, it's very odd and strange.
Wondered where her royalties were going, as she wasn't receiving them. She then discovered that Universal Music had been receiving all her royalties and mechanicals, and that they had taken pretty much everything. In her candid video, she expressed profound disappointment with what she perceived as both negligence and deliberate financial misconduct.
A walking testimony that God has carried me all this time, because if you only knew how much money they have taken from me, how much they have stolen from me, monies that I'm supposed to be, I should have been able to retire 20 years ago with the money I've made, supposedly. But there are key people that have been driving the ships, and what they've been doing is improperly representing me, improperly stealing from me, taking things in their own hand, changing and switching lanes because they knew I didn't know that part. See, I'm not an attorney. I don't know everything.
Now, Angie also said that she was there to inform Universal Music that they would have to give up her money. She also said that she was doing whatever was necessary to ensure they paid her for her life's work, for her children and for her grandchildren. She also further alleged that proper registration procedures for her songs had been neglected, and she claimed that there were several class action suits over her songs that were never properly registered by the companies she signed them over to. In addition, she also said that she had a diesel team looking into what she believes she owed, and she warned future future artists about the twists and turns of the industry. Then a few weeks later, she ends up dead. Now, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but it really sounds sacrificial that she's the only one who died in the accident that included a bunch of other people right after she started exposing UMG, a company that has been in the spotlight before for allegedly unaliving and sabotaging artists for fighting for their rights. Well, what happened was that the vehicle she was riding in back to Atlanta from Alabama flipped over and was subsequently hit by a big rig, and everyone else in the cargo van survived except Angie. The Alabama Highway Patrol said in a news release that the 2021 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van turned over on Interstate 65 at about 4:25 a.m. Saturday, March 1st, before being hit by a 2021 Freightliner Cascadia truck driven by a 33-year-old man from Texas. The Sprinter driver and 7 others in the van were taken to Baptist Medical Center for treatment, but Angie was pronounced dead on the scene. Obviously, the death was shocking to a lot of people, especially considering Angie's recent outburst, and a lot of people said that they wouldn't be surprised if it was all planned. But like I said, this wasn't the only exposing Angie was doing. Sometime in September last year, Angie also did another video where she exposed a lot of evils in the music industry and how her ex D'Angelo and Mary J. Blige were used to sabotage her career. Yes, her relationship with D'Angelo was already controversial, but she revealed that years after she and Mary J. Blige were used to sabotage her career. Yes, her relationship with
Angie Stone was 31. She first started, who was 19. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that big age gap.
D'Angelo was already controversial, but she revealed that years after she and D'Angelo had broken up, an employee of the company representing D'Angelo sent letters to industry professionals falsely accusing her of introducing D'Angelo to drugs and alcohol. Apparently, the letters also stated that she was controlling and not easy to work with, and thus damaged her career. But she said that she didn't blame D'Angelo and believed he had no knowledge of it. But she does blame his business handlers who tried so hard to break them up and tarnish her reputation.
So the person let me know, and it's going on record to say that when the time comes, they will step up to the mic and let it be known that that was their assignment, to destroy my credibility by way of making me look crazy in a relationship that was innocent and pure and real. As a matter of fact, it was so real and pure, you could tell by the nourishment of the music then was just pleasant, it was real, it was pure.
Basically, what Angie was saying was that there was a plan that was carefully executed for decades to make sure that she lost her stability in the industry. And it's only recently that she started finding out about all these things. So you see why it would make sense for people to conclude that her death was also planned. About Mary J. Blige, she said that Kurt Woodley, Mary's manager at Uptown Records, requested that Angie work with Mary and mentor her, as Mary reminded him of Angie. But according to Angie, Mary J. Blige never showed any gratitude for her help. She never acknowledged her contributions, and she even took a song Angie recorded with D'Angelo without permission.
She don't never have to really acknowledge me, but I was surprised at the end of the day when my song that we talked about the other day, Every Day and Die, was leaked on her project. I really thought she had a lot more respect for me than that. After all, my love and my hard work and perseverance with you was genuine. So that's my secret rendition of.
Once again, she was basically saying that Mary J. Blige was being used to sabotage her, but Angie never said whether Mary was a willing participant. But the fact that she saw what was happening and never did anything just makes Mary J. Blige look like a backstabber and a snake. And what Angie was telling other artists was that they should be careful about such things in the industry. You know, something else that doesn't make sense was how Albie Shore was out here transcribing text messages between him and Angie Stone from a few days ago, where she revealed very personal information. From the texts, Angie said, "Hey hon, it's Angie Stone reaching out. Please give me a call ASAP. A lot of stuff happening regarding this transplant situation. I have 2 possible donors, but they are discriminating against blacks now. It's been 5 years." Then he responded, "Hey there, Queen. Great to hear from you. I'm on the plane and will touch base with you as soon as I touch down. Okay, King, I wanted to let you know that I have 2 donors, 1 negative, 1 positive family members, and trying to get some clearance on getting the transplant done because they're discriminating against blacks of a certain age. I'm leery to deal with the hospital system here, so I was reaching out to you to see if there's something or someone you can suggest to help me get this done. It's been 5 years now. I'm well overdue. Blood work is excellent, and I'm just waiting now. Call me when you get a moment to chop it up with me. Now, on the text messages, Angie also let Albie know how she felt about Diddy when she added, "I've been praying hard for you ever since all this foolishness you've been saying for years finally been exposed and he going down. I didn't realize just how much craziness you had actually gone through, and it's so unfortunate. Know that I'm praying for you and supporting you on everything that you got going on. I pray that your son Quincy and yourself lock horns again and he walks away from that whole ratchet situation. As the whole world knows, he deserves to be with his biological father at this time. I know that Kim is resting in paradise. She is born a couple of days before me, so I know her spirit well. I know how she rolled, and I can assure you that she's been the one assisting you from the other side. Be blessed and know that I'm here for you no matter what.
Amen.
Peace and blessings, King." Honestly, I don't know what Albie Shore was hoping to achieve by posting this, but this only added further to the speculation that Angie's death was planned. I mean, the details still don't make sense, but I'd love to know what you think. Does it look like her death was planned? Also, what are your thoughts on D'Angelo and Mary J. Blige being used to sabotage Angie's career? And Albie Shore's insane transcript of their private conversation. Sound off in the comments section below.
Hey, take from this video whatever you want. But boy, hearing what she wrote to Albie Shore, it is getting wicked and wild out here, y'all. It is getting wicked and wilder. Like, it's already been crazy, but man, I guess what I'm trying to do with all this information that I'm gathering with all these videos that I've been reacting to is, I'm just trying to connect the dots. Because I'm saying, like, and y'all can answer this question in the comments. Like, how hard is it for you to separate the artist from the person, or the person from the artist? Because I feel like they're the same people. It's hard for me to support wickedness, And I feel like in this industry, it gets very wicked. Like, if there's an artist that is singing or rapping and everything seems cool, okay. But as soon as something comes out and that's proven to be them or guilty, that's where it stops for me. So what I guess what I'm saying is, with everything we know, all this stuff coming out, it should be easy to understand that a lot of this stuff happens more frequent than we know. I keep telling y'all, whenever a celebrity passes away, it gets very strange and weird for me. I always feel like there's more to it. But like, listening to her talk and what she was talking about, and then she passed away, and as the only one, like, appreciate y'all coming over. I'm still trying to see some footage or something about the other people that were involved. Where are they at? All right, peace out.